In this video, we're going to ask and hopefully answer the question, why is it that people, humans, can struggle and suffer even when they have enough to eat, even when they're safe, even when they have plenty of social contact, they can still be unhappy. And so why is there human suffering? And this is something we're going to try and demonstrate with Maddie here, because what we're going to show here is what are the causes of human suffering, and at the same time we're going to illustrate how we overcome that, how we begin to move towards a better life. So let's start with Maddie holding this. Now, Maddie is a human being, right? So she has a kind of superpower, and that is this ability to travel, time travel. So Maddie, if you could do me a favor and just push this up to your face. So for example, Maddie can travel to the future, and here she can worry about lots of things. Like, is she going to have enough money to retire someday? Is she going to be able to have enough money to go on vacation? Is she going to be able to get all the work done that she's got doing? And so her ability to generate all these words can mean that she starts to become dominated by those words and that anxiety. And it looks like this when she's doing that. It's like she can't see the outside world. It's like she's lost contact with the outside world. So beginning to look at this as a cause of suffering, because if Maddie were to stop, step back, and notice, and just get some space between her and those future worries, she'd be able to see the world around her. And there's nothing dangerous in this room, is there, Maddie?
No.
No. So this is an example of one reason why humans suffer, that Maddie can be in a room with people who like her, and she feels safe, but she can kind of travel to the future and actually experience anxiety and fear about events that may never happen. So as far as we know, humans are the only ones that do this, that even if the world is nice and kind and safe, can still suffer. So the main skill we're going to learn is when Maddie is worrying about the future and she's got this anxiety running through her body, she's going to learn to stop, step back, and notice. And this is the noticing skill. And hopefully you can see what's important here. Can you see that there's actually a gap between her worries and her? Now, Maddie's still got the same worries. Is she going to get everything done? Is she good enough? Is she doing enough? Has she done all the things she's supposed to do by the deadline? But can you see the space that this noticing has made, what's sometimes called mindfulness? She has so much more choice here, so much more freedom. So this is going to be a key skill you're going to learn throughout the course, this where you just notice that you're stuck inside your head and you stop, step back, and notice. Now, Maddie suffers because she leaves the present moment and goes to a scary future. That's not the only place she travels. Maddie might also travel to the past. Can you put that up, Maddie? So I can get Maddie, this is how powerful this is. Maddie, can you think of a time in your younger days where you made a mistake and you regret it? And what feelings show up for you right now as you think about that?
Sadness, regret.
So right now, Maddie is feeling sadness and regret. Did you get that? She's not left this room, but she has this ability as a human to travel to the past. And so even though you could be in a really pleasant, beautiful world right now, you can be stuck in the past, feeling sad and regret. So again, the key skill you're going to learn is to stop, step back, and notice, and create a bit of distance from that history. And Maddie's going to show you how to hold that compassionately. But you're going to learn that sadness, that regret, is not something we need to get rid of. We just need to create a little bit of space so she has the freedom to see what's going on and respond to what's here now. Now there's one more place that Maddie goes that brings suffering. We're going to call this Maddie's basement. Going down into the basement here. And this is, can you put that back up, Maddie? Poor Maddie. And she suffers here when she decides she's going to look at herself and criticize herself. How is she not good enough? How is she not doing enough? Is she a good enough mom? Is she a good enough partner? Is she a good enough teacher? Is she a good enough researcher? And this is just where she can go. And even though she might be even at a party, a family party or something, everybody loves her and they're glad to see her, but she's having these thoughts and so she's lost. And so she'll learn to stop, step back, and notice. So we see the first cause of our suffering is this ability to leave the present moment that is benign, that's nice, and go into worrying, self-regret, and self-criticism. And so that's one cause of suffering. But here's the other one that we're going to work on in this thing. Now, Maddie, you don't really want to travel back into the past or worry about the future. No. You probably don't want to criticize yourself, do that. So what do we humans do? So Maddie, what I'd like you to do is you don't want this. So I want you to take it and try and push as hard as you can away. Just push hard with all your might. So this is going to be the second cause of our suffering. We don't want these feelings. As humans, we're aware of these feelings and we don't like worrying. We don't like feeling regret. We don't like criticizing ourselves. So we push the feelings away. We push it away with alcohol. We push it away with procrastination. We push it away by avoiding activities. We try not to feel distress through self-harm and substances. And we try not to feel distress by worrying too much and overthinking. And this whole time, Maddie, how do you feel?
I'm exhausted just holding and pushing like this.
It's exhausting. So the second skill we're going to learn in this course is to learn to let go of that struggle and just allow it. So I want you to just hold it and nurture it in a compassionate way. After all, this is part of you, Maddie. This isn't separate from you. And that's just what it means to be human. But notice she still has some of the distress. But can you see her relationship is quite different? She's allowing it. And can you see how this would free up energy for her? Not only can she see what's there in the present moment that's good, but she also has more energy to commit to that. So we've learned two skills: stop, step back, and observe. And we're going to learn to allow. Throughout this whole course, we're going to keep returning to this in a compassionate, kind way. Allow yourself to be a human being. And all of this will be in the service of what you care about, what you value. So we don't just stop, step back, and observe and allow for no reason. We do it to help you build the life that you want, the life that you care about. So that's what the whole course will be about. So we look forward to seeing you.